Hi, this is Coach Sandi from Running Wild, and today I just want to do a short video on a very important topic that not enough runners think about. Of course, in today's society, we see more and more people sitting for longer and longer hours at a time. And a lot of times this is unavoidable. People just have jobs that require them to sit for a long period of times. However, there are a couple small changes that you can make that can really determine whether or not you're getting injured from how you sit. So I'm going to go over a few tips with you that can make a big difference in your running health. Tip number 1, have a good chair. I know some good chairs can be pretty expensive, but since I was on a budget, I just did a quick Google search and typed in the things I needed and came up with this chair, and it's worked out really well so far. A couple features that it has is a nice headrest that's adjustable. It has a back that's adjustable. You definitely want something that's going to support your lumbar spine. It has the armrest, but most importantly, the height is adjustable. And the reason why you want an adjustable height is because you need to be sitting with your knees below your hips. If your knees are above your hips, that means your hips are in a very shortened and contracted state, and our hips were never meant to be like this for long periods of time. Of course, we have the standing desks, which are great, but I know that's just not feasible for a lot of people. So if you want to make sure your hips stay healthy while you're sitting, again, please make sure your knees are below your hips. It can and will affect your stride. As runners, we want the beautiful stride where we can just open up when we want to. But if we're sitting in that contracted state for long periods of time, we're not going to be able to open up. And I've seen more and more runners have hip flexor issues, and just all different kinds of problems with the hips. And the biggest thing you can do for that is just to sit properly and to make sure, again, that your knees are below your hips. That's probably the most important thing I can tell you today. Tip number 2, sit with your screen at eye level. When you're constantly looking down, you're putting a lot of strain on the back of your neck, and I've talked to a few chiropractors who say this is a huge problem. To do this, you can do what I did and just make your own stand. These are literally 2 ends from the art department in Target, and the tray is from like the school section at Target. So this is literally $10. It's really easy to make. Just put a couple screws in and stay together, and it works perfectly. You can also go to any office supply store and find a little bit more of an expensive one. The reason why I made my own is because I was on a budget and I didn't want to spend $30 for a tray, but you can definitely find those at an office supply store. The third thing that you can do is make sure you're typing in a way where your elbow is at about 90 degrees. Now, I haven't quite done that yet, but I'm not typing up here, so that's good. Currently, I'm typing with my wrist a little bit above my elbow, and that's not great, so it's something I'm still trying to work on. I might take out this part of my desk just so I can be typing a little bit lower, or there are things at Office Max or any office supply store where you can actually attach like a tray to the bottom of your desk and then it slides out. I'm not quite sure my desk has enough room for that, but it's definitely an option. So these are my tips to help you avoid preventable injuries from sitting. Of course, one of the most important things you can do though is to take walk breaks and stand up. Just doing that is going to do a lot of great things for your hips. One thing I'd like to add is that Sage and I recently came out with an ebook on sagerunning.com. We've had a lot of great reviews so far, so I hope you check it out if you haven't already. And I'd also like to add that we're about to come out with our training plans in kilometers. We know people have been asking for months, so we can finally put them out in about a week, maybe 2 from now. Don't quote me on that though. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I really just want to say thank you for all your support. I really appreciate that. I know some of my videos can be pretty hard to watch. I'm definitely not good in front of the camera, so I hope you're still getting the information you need out of this, and I'm really thankful for your continued support. So until next time, I hope you run healthy, happy, run wild, and injury-free.